Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Simone here. So today I'm going to be filming my May favourites. I did a favourites in April last month and I'll link that video below, but I really enjoyed filming it and talking about the things that I'm loving at the moment. So I thought I would continue the streak and carry on with that. And as I said, today is my May favourites. Again, this is split up into 6 sections. The only one that's different than last time is that I haven't watched a film this month. And to be honest with you, I'm not a big film person. I tend to watch TV series, so I've decided to just scrap the film one unless I have a specific one I want to talk about in a future video. And I'm going to talk about my favourite YouTube video because that's what I tend to watch most of. And sometimes, although this time the person is one of my favourites, but the video just maybe one that particularly stood out for me as a video rather than as a person to watch. So let's get started. So I'm going to start quickly with my favourite book of the month. Again, this will be in my May wrap-up when that comes out. That's not going to be for another couple of uploads. And this is actually my kind of unexpected favourite actually, because I didn't think I was going to love it as much as I did. And that was Carve by Veronica Roth. Now I know a lot of people have problems with this book. I just didn't see what everyone's... Now I think about it, I can probably see it if I really stretch it, but the way I looked at it, I didn't think of it in the way that a lot of other people have, and maybe that's just because I don't have those sort of first-hand experiences. But Carve is about it's a fantasy book set in a world where basically these two people, you have Akos and you have Kyra. I think it's pronounced Kyra. I thought it was Syra originally, but then I remember reading something in the book that said that from the place where this girl's from, they like hard sounds for words, so I'm guessing it's Kyra. And basically Kyra and Akos live on two opposing sides of the same planet, and they are basically opposites. They are enemies basically, and Kyra's brother is the kind of ruler of the part that they live in, and the difference being that Kyra has this power where she is able to cause pain just by touching somebody, and she also is constantly in pain herself because the pain is within her. And her brother uses her basically to torture and hurt other people to gain his power. And then you have Akos, who has the power, he's on the other side, but he has the power to stop anybody's powers. Basically he can touch you and you won't be able to do it. So he's the only person that can touch Kyra and she won't feel pain. And he won't feel the pain that she has inside her either. And basically Akos is captured by Kyra's brother's people, I guess, and it's then a case of he's trying to then escape, and then it's like the relationship between them and things like that, and it's really good. Like I said, I know a lot of people think, I will just mention because obviously I've heard this and it wouldn't be fair of me not to mention, but a lot of people have problems with the fact that Akos, who is supposed to be more like rough and primitive, I guess, he is described as being darker skinned, and people have kind of attached that with the idea of basically that it's racism in kind of an underlying form. Also, every time somebody kills somebody in this world, they draw a line on their skin, like they carve the mark into their skin basically, which also has sort of triggers in some people's minds for self-harming. I can kind of understand where that comes from. I didn't personally think of it in that way, but again, I've never suffered from or really been part of that, the idea of self-harm. It's just not something that's ever really cropped up in my mind really, so perhaps that's why I didn't think of it in that way. I don't know, like I said, the way I read it was kind of like, you know, when, isn't there people who have like teardrops like tattooed on their faces when they kill somebody? So it's kind of in that similar vein. That's the way I looked at the kind of carve the mark thing, but obviously, again, it's not something that I've ever really entertained the thought of, so it didn't crop up to me, but I know people have problems with it, so if you feel like you would, then I would skip this book. But I really liked this. The relationship between Kyra and Akos was one of my favourites, and I cannot wait to read more Veronica Roth books. And I think there's another one coming out in this series actually, so that's quite exciting. Next up is my favourite music of the month, and I've really been loving Christina Aguilera's music. I like her new song that's just come out. It's called Fall in Line, and it's featuring Demi Lovato. I absolutely love it. I think it's great. I also really liked the like version that she did on the carpool karaoke with James Corden from the Late Late Show with James Corden. I love that. I just think that she's amazing. She's so talented, and because I love that song, I got really into like all of her old songs, and I've been like listening to What a Girl Wants and You Lost Me and Hurt and Fighter, like all of the really good old songs that she did. I've really been enjoying, so hopefully that will continue and I will love that. But yeah, that's been my favourite. I will link the Fall in Line James Corden version down below, but I've really been loving her videos in general, so to be honest, and her songs in general, so yeah, it's been really nice nostalgia for me. Then my favourite booktuber of the month has to be Books Like Woe, and I will link her channel below. She is so amazingly funny, and I don't know, there's just something about her that just really is endearing. She's doing a, like, I can't remember what she's calling it, Poirot something. She's basically reading all of the Poirot books. Now there are loads of them, there must be like 30 odd, and she's reading them all in order and kind of talking through them, and I am just absolutely loving it. I haven't actually read any Poirot before, but I still love the videos. I really want to. I've read some Agatha Christie, and I love all the adaptations, and it's just been, you know, it's just one of those things that I really need to get to because I know that I'll really like them. And I love her channel. I definitely go and subscribe to her if you haven't already, because I think she's amazing and she deserves more followers. Next up is my favourite YouTuber, and this month that is Amelia Liana. Now Amelia Liana probably doesn't need me to shout her out because she has a lot of subscribers anyway. But I think she deserves so many more. I feel like she should have like 1 million subscribers. And I think she's on like 400 and something thousand subscribers, which is amazing, obviously, but I feel like more people should know her. She is a kind of fashion and lifestyle vlogger who talks about beauty a lot, and she does a lot of vlogs as well, which I think is great actually. I really got into watching her videos in Vlogmas last year, and then I've just continued because she's just amazing. And she recently, not recently, but a few months ago mentioned that she'd broken up with her boyfriend, and then she did like a video quite recently of her getting ready for her first date with this new guy, and I think she's sort of vlogging not the actual dates themselves, but kind of the experience of dating and getting back into that. So I just think she's amazing. She's really funny. She's been through a lot of things. The thing that got me, I will try and link it below, I can't remember which one it was, so I'll try and find it, but she did a vlog where her dog Duke, she has this tiny little, I think he's like, is he Pomeranian or something like that, but he got scared by another dog and sort of ran out into the road, and then like she couldn't get out because she was like in this private area, and listening to her talk about it, she got really emotional and she was really flustered, and I totally have felt that before. My dog that we had at the time, this was a while ago now, actually got stuck in someone's back garden and they weren't in, so I couldn't even get him, and I remember like trying desperately and like sobbing because I was just so upset. So I totally understand how she felt, and I just think that was one of those videos that just made me like completely understand where she was coming from. So yeah, I would, like I said, I'll link that video up here somewhere and down below, so yeah, definitely go and watch that. But yeah, I love her channel and I think everybody should watch it. Now my favourite TV show of the month has been Whitechapel. Now I started watching this with my dad probably last year, and we didn't like it very much. I think the first 2 seasons are a bit odd. It's basically about a police detective who, the first season is about a similar case to Jack the Ripper, and it basically follows these women being murdered in very similar ways to the Jack the Ripper killings, and it also features a ripperologist who is a guy who thinks he's like a detective. He kind of acts as a detective trying to figure out what happened to Jack the Ripper. Anyway, he's kind of throughout all of them. The second season was about, oh, I can't remember what the second season was about now. Again, it's all like based on old cases, and it's about what happens in modern time. I'm not entirely sure how to explain it, but I think the first two seasons, the second season was about Ronnie and Reggie Cray, that was it, and it was like to do with them, and it was to do with their, it was things that happened in their lives and how it was like linked to what was happening now. And the third season is what I preferred, because basically the first two seasons were only 3 episodes long, but it was all on this one case, and I got a little bit bored towards the end, and I was thinking, is this going to carry on? The third season, which is what I've just finished watching, was 3 different cases. It was 6 episodes long, and each case was 2 episodes, which I just felt like was much better because it wasn't as drawn out. So I feel like if you've watched Whitechapel before and you've kind of got bored with it, definitely stick with it. And there are seasons 3 and 4 on Netflix. Well, they're all on Netflix, but 3 and 4 are supposed to be the 3 different stories over 6 episodes. So I'm going to start season 4 hopefully this month and enjoy it, I hope. But like I said, season 3 was what I've been watching, and I've been really enjoying it, so yeah, I would definitely recommend it. And then the final topic, like I said earlier, is going to be my favourite YouTube video, and I'm actually going to talk about Zoella's video. And as I said, I do love Zoella, and I definitely love her channel, but she did a video really recently called Travel Anxiety Tips, and it was like 45 minutes long, which is my favourite Zoella video. I love that she does long videos. She was talking about tips for travel anxiety and if you don't like flying and how to kind of deal with that, and I know that she's really struggled in the past with it, and I think that was what made it just more amazing. If you don't know, I do suffer from anxiety. I have quite high levels of anxiety. I don't necessarily have travel anxiety in that way because I haven't been on a flight since I was 11 years old, so I don't really remember, like I haven't done it recently, so I can't tell you if I have anxiety in that way or not. But I do really struggle with things like, for example, going on a ferry. The anxiety of that is terrifying to me, and so I can relate completely. And listening to her video, firstly just listening to her talk is amazing. She's just so soothing and just makes me feel like 10 times better. But I just feel like she has the most amazing, she has an amazing like life experience to draw on, but she really just uses that to an amazing thing, and she really helps people to be able to like get better, and she just really wants to help people, and I love that about her. I think this video, like I said, it was a really long video, but I think it's definitely worth sticking around to the end because it was just so fascinating. And knowing these different tips and tricks that you can use in everyday life, it's not just about travel. If you don't really travel very much or you don't go on planes, then this is still for you, because this is something that you can use at any time. Like she was talking about how to talk to the people around you about like what they can do to help. Like for example, my boyfriend is amazing. When I have panic attacks or just I feel very anxious, he's like amazing. I couldn't ask for anyone better. But he knows, in the same way that she was talking about her boyfriend Alfie knowing, that sometimes asking are you okay can make it worse because it just makes you think about it. And he just has this like quality or this ability to sort of calm me down without even having to say anything. Like he just knows to be there, to be ready to kind of like for example, once I was in the middle of a massive panic attack and he actually rang my mum because he knew that that's what I needed. And I don't know, it's just, it really stuck with me how like similar in that way that we are. And I think that for me it was nice to hear someone else talking about it. And it's also it was Mental Health Awareness Week when she uploaded that video. I'm actually filming this on, what day is it today? Monday the 21st? Yeah, Monday the 21st. So I think this is going up next Monday. So a week ago for you. So it's not Mental Health Awareness Week anymore, but it was at the time of that video. And I think it's just important in general for mental health awareness, not just at the time of, like not just 1 week. So yeah, if you have any tips and tricks for anxiety in general, let me know in the comments below. I'm always interested to find out. And yeah, this is the end of the video. That was all my favourites for the month of May. I hope that you liked this video and I didn't ramble on too much. And let me know what you think of my new section, the video. rather than a film, because like I said, I don't really watch films. Although, let me know what films you've watched this month, because I like to watch films sometimes, but I just never really feel motivated to do that. So if you let me know good ones, then maybe I'll feel like I need to get on with them. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Press the little notification bell if you want to get notifications when I upload videos, and you'll also be notified when I do my May wrap up, so you'll see that book in a wrap up. And I shall see you in my next video. Bye guys!